am going to be presenting on time-saving tips and tricks. I also am joined by Annabelle. She's our graduate assistant, so she will be helping me today and putting questions in the chat so that if you all have any questions, she will let me know. So to begin, I have a PowerPoint, so let me get that going. Okay, so hi, once again, my name is Kayla Robinson. I'm so excited to be presenting to you all today. So the name of the presentation is Time-Saving Tips and Tricks. Let's get started. So to begin, if you're unfamiliar, this is the Medical Center Library sub-page of UK libraries. So if you are affiliated with any type of health sciences college, this is where you would go to get resources that are targeted towards you. A lot of the things I'm going to be discussing are also available on this page as well. To get here, you just need to Google UKY MCL, and it will take you right to this page. So from here, the first trick, as we call it, is our interlibrary loan system. So if you've never used this system, it's really great. Our interlibrary loan librarians are fantastic, and it's really important that we talk about this in particular because we've just switched our system over. So before a few weeks ago, what you had to do was create an interlibrary loan account separate from the main campus account. So now we have those two systems merged, and you can sign up for interlibrary loan by just inputting your Linkblue ID and password. So I'm going to walk you all through creating an account and how you would request an article through interlibrary loan. So first, as I mentioned, pretty much everything that you need you can access through the Medical Center Library homepage. Underneath the library links section on the left-hand side of the homepage is the ILL link. It's called Iliad, but it's our document delivery request system. It has quite a few names, but if you click this link through the Medical Center Library page, you will come to this sub-page called Access/Registration. There's a link in the first paragraph. It's the Iliad link. And to get to ILL, all you have to do is click this link, which will take you to the sign up page. Now, before, like I mentioned, you would have had to create an account, but now all you have to do is insert your Linkblue username and password, and it will allow you to log on. So unfortunately, I've already signed up for my interlibrary loan account, so I can't show you what the create an account process looks like. But if it's your first time logging on, you'll receive this page where you have to input a bunch of information just so that they can deliver the material to the right place. And a pro tip, if you're affiliated with any of the health sciences colleges, there is a MCL Medical Center Library box where you can select which college you're affiliated with, which is really great because then that way they know that this is a Medical Center Library interlibrary loan. So just make sure that you select that when creating your account. Next, I'm going to show you what the interface looks like. So when you sign in and have created your account and selected your college, you'll receive a page with this as a header, this UK Libraries Iliad page with main menu, new requests, history, search, profile, and log off. So if it's your first time requesting an article or a book, what you would do would be select this new request drop-down feature, and then you'll get a bunch of options shown above, which are article, book chapter, conference paper, thesis, and multimedia. So a lot of the times, most people would be requesting an article or a book. So to do that, there is specific information that you need to input into the ILL system so that our librarians know which material to retrieve for you. So you have to know the title of the journal, you have to know the title of the article, the volume number, year, pages of the article or book, the date that you don't want the article or book after. So if you have an assignment that's due at the end of September, you could say that you wouldn't want to receive the request after a specific date so that you're not getting a book or an article days and days after an assignment's due. And then finally, if you're fluent in a foreign language, there is a button that says you will not allow the material to be delivered in another language. So if you know the language of the material you're receiving, you don't have to click that button because you are fluent and can read the material in its primary language. But if you don't know any foreign languages, you can click the no button and they will not send you anything that's not in English. And then you'll hit submit. And what will happen is on that home page, you will receive a box that says what's happening to your material. So if something's delivered, it will say view, and you can click on it and view the PDF. There's a few other steps in the process. So if you're still waiting, it will say one of those like sending or something along those lines. And then in the history tab, you can actually see the requests that you completed previously. So it's just really good to kind of see what's happened with your ILL request. And then finally, to log off, you just have to press the log off button. And that is how you use Interlibrary Loan. But there's actually another way to use this. So are you all seeing my Medical Center Library page?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's say that you need a book and it's a very specific book and you would like to see the whole thing or just a chapter. So what you can do is on this top bar, select Library Catalog and then search for the name of that book. I'm just going to search diabetes and find a book with this topic. So, okay, so that's a journal. Here's a book. If for some reason we didn't have online access to this book, what you could do would be under the view text that says view online, full text availability. If this weren't an option, you could go down and click Main Campus Medical Center Request for Interlibrary Loan. So this is really great because you can input your link blue information and then it will populate the needed fields of information, and then you can just hit submit and it will send it right to your email or office, or it will send it here if it's a print material, or it will send to your email if you request it electronic. So that's a really great feature. You don't have to quite know everything if you can find the article record in our catalog, which is right here. So back to the PowerPoint. And that is how you use Interlibrary Loan. It's fantastic. If you have any questions, the Interlibrary Loan email is also listed on the page on our website. So you can go ahead and email them too. The next really great feature that you have access to are search alerts. And both PubMed and CINAHL are going to be the ones I'll show you today. Search alerts are great if you're doing research and you need to find articles on a topic that are new. So anytime a new article or material is published on the topic that you're searching, it will send you an alert via your email with all of those new articles. So if you wanted to keep very abreast of a topic, it could send you search alerts. So to do that in PubMed, let's say that you want to know everything about breast cancer in men. This is a very basic search, but let's say you wanted to find every topic, every material published on this topic. What you do is do your search and then right underneath the bar, select the Create Alert button. From there, you will receive this pop-up box called Your Saved Search. So you get to name the search. I did not change the name, but it will populate with what the search string is. And then have the search terms listed as well. And then you would select, would you like email updates of new search results? If you want that, you select yes. But the really great feature of this is that you can select the frequency of when you receive those alerts. So you can get them monthly. Every month, you'll get every article published on this topic to your email. You can choose which day of the month. So maybe the first Monday, you want every article. And then the report format. So you could get a summary, which basically is the title abstract. And then finally, if you wanted every article published, you would not limit to 5 items, but let's say that you want a daily update, you might limit to 5 items, but if not, you don't really have to have a limit. And then you can choose send even when there aren't any new results. So that way you just know that there's nothing published that day or that week or that month. And then you can, of course, send yourself an optional text in your email and say, this is for so-and-so or so-and-so search. And that is how you would create a search alert in PubMed. Next, we're going to create a search alert in CINAHL. So this is a little bit different, but we're going to stick to the search that we did in PubMed, which is breast cancer and men. So to do this, you would run the search, and then in the results section on the far right, underneath the share button, the share feature, you have a few options. You can add it to your folder or add the search to a folder. I wouldn't recommend this if you want to keep articles or materials longer than like 4 or 5 hours, because these will disappear. So to create an alert though, you would go underneath create alert and hit the email alert button. And then you'll get this pop-up box. So the search alert and men search, you need to sign in. That's the first thing. So you need to create a CINAHL account. And then from there, you can email results to yourself. So I will show you all in a second where to go to create a CINAHL account. But after the account's created, you kind of have the same features. So you have the frequency, the articles published within the last so-and-so, and then finally the format that you want to receive the email in. So this is a really great way, like I said, to just kind of stay on trend on a specific topic. So let me show you all where to go to create an account in CINAHL. So breast cancer. Okay. Here's the search that we just looked at in PowerPoint. So over here, as I said before, under the share feature, which is in the far right-hand corner, you can hit email alert. It'll show you that you have to sign in to create an alert. Here are the frequency options: once a day, once a week, bi-weekly, or once a month. You can say there's no limit for when you want the articles published within a certain date, and then you can get brief, detailed, or bibliographic manager format. However, to sign in, you would go up and hit the sign in feature on the top right-hand corner. So you can continue with Google, or you can create an account by hitting sign up. And then this will take you to an EBSCO interface where you just put your first, last name, email, and password. So that's fairly simple, but that would be how you would create an EBSCO account to make a search alert. Let's go back to my PowerPoint. Okay. So actually, I probably should have just stayed out of the PowerPoint, but I'm going to do a quick live demonstration of our accounts to set up LibGuide. So this has a lot of really good information and basically is our tips and tricks session in a LibGuide. So I'm gonna leave again and show you all our LibGuide. So to get there, of course, you start from the Medical Center Library page, and you'll select the guides button down below our hours. There's quite a few guides here, so if you have an interest in exploring this later, we have different guides for different disciplines. So if you see yours here and you kind of want to take a look at it, you can definitely do that. We have a ton of great information on here. But the guide that I want to focus on specifically is the first one, the Accounts to Set Up guide. This, like I said, has a lot of really great information. So as you can see, UK Libraries ILL information is right here. So if you have any questions, you can look at this, and it will provide you with information on how to contact ILL or how to set up ILL. Underneath, we have the Uptodate Mobile App, which this will show you how to download and set up the mobile app for Uptodate. And then this one is really important. So Libkey Nomad is a browser extension that allows you to look up PDFs of articles pretty instantaneously. And a good place to show you all how that works would be in Wikipedia. So if I did a Wikipedia search on diabetes and I went down to their references, you can see this provided by University of Kentucky button, but you can also see the download PDF or access options of the references in Wikipedia. So this is really great if you're doing a search in like PubMed, where you want an article immediately. So as you can see, Libkey Nomad is underneath the title and this article link button. So that will take you to the link. Download PDF will take you to the download page. And then access options will normally take you to our catalog, where if we don't have access to something, you can click the Interlibrary Loan button. So if I wanted this and wanted to request the ILL, all you would have to do would be click the access options if you have Libkey Nomad. So I would definitely recommend downloading that on your browser. You go to the Chrome Web Store, add it to Chrome, select your institution, and go from there. Next, we have EndNoteClick, which is similar to Libkey Nomad. EndNoteClick is formerly Calpurnia. We have more information on our accounts to set up page. And that's what this is, this View PDF button. So it essentially does the same thing as Libkey Nomad, it's just a little bit different. I have both just for access options on my computer, and it's no problem. You can also download both. And the instructions are through this link. So that's all you have to do for that. Next, we have ORCID information. ORCID is a way to identify yourself as a researcher in research articles. So we have a link to sign up for that, just a little bit more information regarding ORCID if you've never heard of it. And then finally, of the information we're going to be talking about today, there is browsing. So browsing is a way to access scholarly journals through the libraries. Browsing is really great. The interface is amazing. And the best part is that you can set it up on your mobile device. So let me go back to my PowerPoint again and show you all this brief screen share that I did with browsing. So it's a video demonstration. This is a live, not live, but a recorded video from my mobile device. So I'm going to talk you all through what's happening. But first, once you download the app by following the instructions, it will take you here. When you're not signed in or you don't have an account, it will take you to this page first. So I'm logged in as myself. Make sure that when you're creating an account, it says UK Libraries. If you have any problems with this, you can reach out to us. But this allows you to retrieve full text access of articles right on your app. So when you go down from settings to my bookshelf, you can have 4 bookshelves with 4 shelves, and there is a limit to how many journals you can follow, but I personally haven't reached that limit, and if you do, that's great. But you can also edit the names of the bookshelves and the shelves. So I'm the public health liaison, and I created a public health bookshelf. If you go a little bit to the right under the browsing library, you can find journals by title and subject. So I'm just looking through subject at the public health feature. So there's a bunch of different topics in public health. I selected environmental health and then selected the Journal of Environmental Health. There's issues related journals, but you have all of the articles that were published in this volume of this journal on this day. So you can add the entire journal to your shelf like this and rename the shelf. So I renamed it Environmental Health. And this will take you, it's a direct link from the bookshelf to the journal, so you don't have to search it every time. And then on the right-hand side, you have the folder icon, which you click, and it will download a PDF of the article, which is to the right in My Articles. You have it sorted by date added. You can also create collections. I created one called Public Health, and as you can see, I moved it from General Collection to Public Health. And if you click in and select the PDF option, you can read the full text of the journal article right from your phone. It's fantastic. And you can have, as I said, multiple different bookshelves, different topics in each bookshelf, and save multiple journals that we have access to. So that's browsing. You can also use it from a desktop, which I will show you now. So let's go to browsing. So this is what it looks like if you connect your mobile app, you sign in from your mobile app, the same account, the bookshelves are the same. So I have shelves on library science and in public health. And here are all of the different journals that I've selected that I read from. So it is transferable between devices as long as you're signed in. So going back to my PowerPoint once again for the 4th time today. That is the end of my presentation. So if you have any questions, you can contact us by emailing the MakeLib email. You can call the front desk office phone from the Medical Center Library, and then you can check the liaisons page, which has information on who your library liaison would be depending on department. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, I will be around for a little bit longer. So ask away. Thank you for coming to my presentation.